What's up, everybody? Tom Berry Disciple back again with more Final Fantasy XIV. Last night I didn't get a chance to get on Final Fantasy XIV. I was stuck in a long ass grudge match battle between Doga and Une on Final Fantasy III, which after very long feats and rigorous trials, I defeated them. Finally. No easy task. No easy task at all. Last time on here, got a little bit done with the main scenario. Got it uncovered that the Inquisitor was a fake, working for the enemy. And got a few quests done around this area. I'm gonna set up my daily. Good and bad news on my part. Finally pre-ordered Stormblood, the collector's edition. The shitty part is I did it late, so now I have to wait an extra day and had to pay extra on shipping and handling just to get it on release. It was either that or wait 2 weeks. Honest men take their best conspirators, and their Sir Dambert would seek your help with his own transformation. Adventurer, a word. I heard of you from Sir Fertilix, and another, though they not my special interest. You are a man just as Clement helped me, my free brother from the dungeons. My brother was condemned to a hard labor for desertion, but the Holy See, damn, it's so weird to read. The Holy See now declares desertion to be heresy. Man, it's pretty intense. And his life is forfeit. They seek falsehood with their reasoning, and I no longer have faith that they are one of the alone. Lawrence is doubtably innocent, for he never deserted. He left his post, yes, but to treat with an Uldan traitor for medicine that saved his betrothed's life. Much I give in his guard, and willing they shall not take my brother. Oh god damn, let's just get through this. Normally I love to read these, but some of these side quests just go on and on and on and on and on through nonsense. And I believe this may even be the dude that's in jail. I'll read the edited, more simple version. Sir Dambert entrusts you with a most dangerous mission to break his brother Lawrence out of his fetters before the Holy See executes him for heresy. The Gaoler Ferretix sleeps at his post, and you must borrow his key. So much more simple that way. They have to throw all these, and heretics, and ceremony, and heresy, and this and that, and thou, and art, and not. It's just so much. I love the games, I love the story, but dialogue could just be amped down just a little bit. They're about 11 right now, and they need to crank it down to about a 7. Either that or hire voice actors. He doesn't look asleep. Must be drunk asleep. Drunk dozing. Where is the jail? Is it here? No. Up I go. No. Ah! This is a tricky one. Catch the last leg of this FATE, help a fellow out. Oh, I want the big dragons. Oh, don't give me the little ones, give me the big ones. Big dragons. Yeah, I worked so hard for that. Completed. Good job, bro. I did most of the work. Do I jump down again? I've been down here a lot, but I'm not seeing any of the sparkly destination areas. At least I got started a little early today. A little early. For me, anyway. Maybe the other side. There is no other side. I don't know why I think it would be here, but gotta check. Everything's worth checking. You know, I just realized something. Alpha Node was talking about being cold. Why isn't he just chilling inside of a Sid here? I know he's by a giant fire, but he's standing out in the snow. It's not the place either. Maybe around the bend this way. Although it looks like it's inside castle walls. I can't zoom in any further than that. I was trying to zoom in on the map. Zoomed in as far as I can go. I'm not gonna run any farther that way. It's obviously not the place to go. But hey, number 4 on the waiting list. It's going down. Maybe there's just something I'm missing right here. I gotta read this shit. Where are you, Lawrence? How am I to give you a key if I can't find you? Give the key to Lawrence. The heavy key is safely in your hands, and Sir Felix remains asleep, dreaming of a happier night at the table. The bars are generously spaced, fortunately, and the key may be passed to Lawrence without difficulty. Where's the jail? I know where to go. I just don't remember where the jail is. It's not there. Ah, downstairs. I was there the whole time. How shitty. Number 3. That took longer than it should have. Far longer than it should have. You. Am I glad to see you? To bid you thanks for saving my beloved's life. Do you bring news of her today? Danvert. I thought he had forsworn me, for he came not once to see me. I cursed him in my mind, but his cruelness was kindness after all. I know of the hiding place he speaks. Tell him I shall miss him and to preserve himself from harm. But I swear to return to fetch away my lady. Get out of here, you rascal. I went through some deep shit for that. I ran all over this town. Look, Somber, I'm telling you of now a jackal or the cook's cat. What the hell? Success, good. When? Hour of the wolf, I'll lose my works then. He must never return. I left him instructions. He shall send for her and I will seek. See she is protected and unpursued. There is only death for him here. The beast lore a poor animal sheds, what shame to a good... Whatever. Time to commence this shit. Get some of this rust worked off, wake up the rest of the way. Still half asleep, haven't had any coffee, just been out paying bills. Oh shit, this place again? It's not a bad place. Last time I did it, I went rather slow. I did it with 3 people instead of 4. Get taught out here. Get ready to go. I'm not gonna even worry about Bio 2. Can't use it right now anyway. I think level sync is cool, but there's a little part of me that just hates it. My hopes today are that my Final Fantasy III playthrough tonight goes well. I'm glad to have beaten Doga and Dune, but I do not know what the hell is next. Doga and Dune was hard enough. I can only imagine what's in store for me. If you want to watch me have my ass handed to me several times over, watch those videos. Final Fantasy III has kicked my ass. Though I still get over those speed bumps, it's just not the first time. Oh, it takes me like 3 or 4 tries. Definitely got a grind more than what I anticipated. I wonder how much they paid those voice actors for just going, ah, ah. Come on, let's go. Stormblood looks so good. I've read so much about it. Probably read more today at work. I'm so excited. I love the fact that I'm going to be able to play Heavensward and Stormblood and cycling through 2 playthroughs. Mainly what I'm getting at with saying that, I love the fact that it's built around not having to play Heavensward. I'm going to play it, but I love the fact that I can go ahead and play Stormblood as well without having to have played Heavensward. It's just amazing. Hopefully you don't hear it, but sorry if you do. The mowers are around like my area, taking care of the lawn around here. It's really loud. Doubt you can hear it, but if you do, just heads up, sorry, and that's what it is. This game has loud-ass music, so I doubt you hear it. What is up, Fusion? I'm getting that daily done. Hoping it goes a little quick, honestly. I'm just wanting that experience. There's something on the Square Enix store that I noticed today that I do not understand, that I think is a good point to even bring up. There is, for some reason, if you have accumulated enough Square Enix points, you can get the sleeve to the soundtrack of this game. The sleeve. Like, not the soundtrack. The sleeve. I mean, you're not spending money on it, but I don't understand why you would want it. Oh yeah, Choco's always trying to get in the streams, Fusion. She's nosy. She hates the screen. She gets jealous. I've talked about it before. Part of me sometimes wonders if she thinks I'm crazy. Had her for a while, and just recently started streaming about 2 months ago. So I'm wondering what her thoughts are of the master, or the, I guess you'd say father. I don't really know how you judge animal owners. But started talking to the TV. Not really, but you know. Relax. To be honest with you, I have no idea. I do not know what Choco could be. Mystery parents. She was a rescue dog. Got her as a pup so she didn't go to the pound. if you must know how far the fathom of my nerdiness goes. Choco's real name is Chocobo. There's just certain times where I'm really irritated at her where I can't say Chocobo without laughing. So I just call her Choco. It's easier. Naming your dog a 3-syllable word is not exactly the smartest thing to do. When you're in a hurry, you won't be able to say it. Coffee. If you were not able to see the Final Fantasy III playthrough last night, or if you don't care, you just gotta know. I went through hell with that. There was one point inside the stream when I thought I was gonna make it that close from being right where I wanted to be on the boss. Then she started... no, it's actually... yeah, that close from beating the boss, and then Steam had an update. It was a 2-parter boss, that's what I was trying to get at and say. And, I beat the first part. Had myself set up for the second part. Perfectly set up. And then Steam had the update and... froze the game, had to close out of it. Fucked the sound up. Oh, it was so terrible. Yeah, she is, I guess, sort of a choco color. Bronze, goldish. Oh, I'm not even at a target. Fuck. So used to spamming buttons and hearing that sound anyway. No doubt, last night was difficult. Took all the determination I had. Final Fantasy III is hard. Totally underestimated that game. Thought being an experienced Final Fantasy player would have me well enough on my own for that. Just gotta say, I'm no veteran now. I am no veteran until I beat that game. 1 and 2 are nothing on 3. My current goal right now is to get this done before 1 o'clock here. My time. And hopefully be able to jump back into the main scenario. I really at least want to have the Realm Reborn story completed before Stormblood. And I have lots to go. And I have less than 3 weeks. So in this little short period of time, I'm gonna be really booking it. Oh, Fusion, I was definitely triggered. Even if you don't watch the video from last night, I'm sure just the story alone sounds pretty damn crazy, but if you do manage to at least skim over a couple minutes of it, do the latter minutes of the video, that's where the true aggression comes out. I'm cussing like crazy, holding my face, just trying not to lose it. Didn't want to rage quit, but didn't want to not pick up the game sometimes with a game like that. If it's not Final Fantasy and if it's any other normal game, if I'm faced with that much difficulty, I'll lay down the controller and I sometimes never pick it back up. There's just certain games that will just keep me determined. Final Fantasy's always one of them, because the story is always worth it. They just make you bust your ass for that story. Definitely took all my determination. Has me thinking I'm gonna have to grind for the future to make sure I don't run into similar problems. Grind for the future. You would think I would have remembered to go here. This is like my 4th time through this place, I think. Let's pick this guy off, speed things up. Finish this. I definitely watched the playthroughs for 1 through 3. I hate to even say this because I love Final Fantasy, but I wouldn't recommend them if they're your first games. Don't start with 1 or 2. If I have to recommend any game to start with, 7 through 9 are great. A lot of people can't get over their timeline because it was a weird time for the graphics. We were moving out of pixels and moving more into fixed frames. And we were moving from small amounts of memory from megabytes over into gigabytes at the time. So the transitions are weird from 7 through 9. Great games, great story. Hands down, maybe some of the best stories. But definitely great games. But a good place to start, I would say, is 10. It's the one I recommend almost everybody to start. One reason, HD remasters have been released for 10 and 10.2. 10.2 is kind of but continues a great story. But 10, the gameplay's not bad. And none of the stories connect, so really you can start anywhere you would like. That's the great thing about Final Fantasy. Come on, peeps, we got this. I'm about to charge in. Don't make me do this. Okay. That's what I like to see. I actually have played Top Zero. I have played and beat Top Zero twice, and I plan to do a playthrough of it as well on my list of things. Top Zero, though, I can't really say too much about it. It has its flaws, and it has its great parts. But I will definitely play through it. The cool thing about Top Zero, it's lore. That's the best part of that game. Top Zero is good, but if you're looking for similar gameplay to this, it's nothing like it. The game was originally created for PSP, and the HD remaster, well, that's a good way to put it. The HD remaster isn't bad, it's just could have been better, definitely. Damn, I just got all the aggro. Must have been pulling heavy damage. My status on it's are ineffective. But I will say Top Zero is worth playing through. But just know, you can look this up anywhere. I heard it beforehand and didn't think it would be an issue. There's a manga that actually came out separate from the game. One of them is definitely worth reading before playing. Side story, it's optional if you want to just know about a couple extra characters. But the actual Top Zero manga is definitely worth reading before you play through the game. It clears a few things up. And also, be prepared after you beat it to play through it a second time. Because it was literally made to play multiple times through. Every time you play through, they add just a little bit extra story plots and missions to the game. So, definitely prepare yourself for the long haul on that game. Worth playing though. Definitely not your typical Final Fantasy game. If you would have played other games, I could have gave you a really great comparison. But, can't really compare it to any other games non-Final Fantasy related. I'll skip through all this. I read it all before I actually started that mission. And I'm level 41. Thank the promos. Huzzah. Grand fucking tastic. Gonna move on through. Alpha Note is eager to enter the Stone Vigil. Me too. What a coincidence. As I'm sure you will agree, it's past time we entered the Stone Vigil. Pay Lord Drellmon a visit and remind him of his obligation to us. Sid and I will follow on. Thank the promos. Finally get to move out of this place. Kind of a dark story of heresy and people dying because of a hearsay, he said, she said stuff. But I don't really care for the investigations. I like the story of the Calamity. We owe you all the great debt of gratitude. Had it not been for you, the heretic masquerading as Inquisitor Guillemine would still be among us, free to prey among the innocent. I see now I was a fool to dismiss your claims out of hand, but you must understand it seemed too much to hope that the signs of the seventh dawn still live, to say nothing, Master Garland. Never have I been happier to be proven wrong. Well, it's gratifying to know that someone is derived a measure of enjoyment of your error. Now, if you have no further objections, we would appreciate it if you would permit us to enter the stone vigil and retrieve our airship. Yes, of course. It is the very least I can do, given all that you have done for us. But entering our outpost is the least of your concerns, I fear. You speak of the Dravians that now hold the ruin. In part, yes. I should explain. Shortly after you arrived, I had my men scour the old records. They confirmed that an abandoned ship had been seized by soldiers garrisoned at the Stone Vigil in the days following the calamity. Seven was a great game, Fusion. I'm glad you played through part of that. Top Zero has no comparison over it. 7 plays through a lot easier. If I did, what is a good way to compare it? It plays out a lot like Kingdom Hearts, but more like Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Literally, I want to say it's the exact same battle system as Birth by Sleep. If it's not the same battle system, it is damn near, it's like its second cousin. Like right there. So close to being the same. As far as we've been able to ascertain, it was still in the custody when the outpost was overrun by dragons. Whether it was damaged or destroyed during the battle, I cannot say, nor can I give you any assurances that it has not been removed in the intervening years. For far too long, the ruin has served a Dravian foothold in Korthas, from which they have struck out with a depressing regularity. Though we have pushed them back behind walls, we have yet been unable to drive them out, and I cannot say when the situation will change. Or how it will change. Okay. Forgive me, Lord Jolmont, but there is no guarantee that they will prevail. In any event, we have not the time to wait. We will secure our property without Isgardian aid. Chill out, girl. I see. Well, that may be the best. I will inform Sir Netherlon of your impending visit. May Halone guide your signs. Thank you. Thank you very much. Various Tuber asking which Final Fantasy, I presume? If earlier I had actually brought this up once in the stream. If I had to recommend any Final Fantasy for a first timer, it would definitely be Final Fantasy X. That's a great entry point. If not, Final Fantasy XIV here. 14's a little pricey for some though. Comes at a cost, all kinds of angles for you. So I understand that. But if you want to play through a Final Fantasy, it's very enjoyable. It doesn't cost too much. 10 is a very good entry point. And if you want something a little bit more modern, I have to say, 15, in my opinion, was a great game. Great game, hands down. Love the story, love the feels, love the characters. But, the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack was amazing, so Fusion, I don't blame you for wanting to listen to it. Go ahead and play it up. Now I want to listen to the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack. But again, Various Tuber, 10 is a very great point to jump in on these games. Loads of good characters introduced to you. It does still hold the turn-based system like the older games did, but it's a lot more free. That's literally the point where the turn-based system started to change. And again, if you want something even newer, in July we get the remaster of Final Fantasy XII, which in my opinion plays out a lot like this game. 12's a good game. Also not a bad entry point. Hail Tonberry. Lord Jolmot has appraised me of the situation. You may enter the stone vigil whensoever you will. Yes! Finally get to go in the stone vigil. Sign me up. I'm gonna travel back and do a couple missions just to kill some time. Luckily for me, I started a little early today, so I should be able to go on with all the missions and get the dungeon done before I have to go into work. I actually have not used the Party Finder feature. Streaming, makes it kind of hard to find a party. People get very irritated while I stop and talk about my random nonsense. My real-life Final Fantasy experiences. Or just me talking aloud trying to commentary a battle. So I tried to avoid running with a party too much. I know it would speed up questing a lot, but really I try to just keep it pretty simple. After all, don't want to get any bad in-game reviews. It's always pretty lame. That's pretty cool. Number 27 right now. Although I don't mind doing these random things right here. After all, I need the experience. I get hit with these brick walls where I can't continue the story quite often. It's happening more and more often lately. It's an ill night for patrols in this blizzard. We've had contact via link pearl. One of the parties has managed to blunder into the behemoth's dominion of all places. The behemoth. The cold and fatigue have robbed them of their mobility. I've heard it said you are in the snow wolf, feeling the cold far less than other men. If you can get this brandwine to the patrol, you will save lives tonight. One more thing, adventurer. Do not presume to provoke the behemoth to battle. You will fail, and you will die. Rescue the dragoons. That is your task this day, and not more. Don't fight the behemoth, he says. Does he know who he's talking to? Even if I don't kill the thing, I'll always test my luck. It's a curse. It's actually a gift and a curse. I wonder how strong it really is. In that. Too much I don't care about there. I think I'm going in the wrong direction. Ooh, nut. Awesome. Too late, monster. I'm not turning around. Should have tried to attack me when I was beside you. Probably wants to keep it here. Then I can easily hop off. Where you at, Behemoth? No, don't come back. Okay. Where's this Behemoth? I see you characters. I want to see the Behemoth. Okay. Maybe I'll give you your shit first. What are you doing here? Moonbrain. The Behemoth walks nearby. We cannot move. Save yourself. Oh, what's this? Hold it against my lips there. Amazing. I can feel my feet again. I believe, yes, I can walk again. Okay. Hello, Kumi. Hopefully I said that right. Infusion. I'll give it a whirl. Okay. Don't really see it. Maybe a different server. I'm not really sure if that matters. I'm gonna go turn this in. Not too far away from the dungeon anyway. Only number 8 and long. Time will tick down, I'm sure. This is the Ultra server. A snow wolf indeed. You will not be needing the brand one tonight. I believe potent as it is, it extracts across. The patrol's no doubt back at camp by now. They have had a close call. Those men, a terrible shame it would have been if they had been slain by a common thing like a behemoth when they're meant to face dragons. I don't even need it, but I'm gonna get the Mithril Lance. Dreams of a Dragoon. Potentially gonna make one day. Maybe. Data center. That I do not know. Nor do I know how to check, to be honest with you. Valskinet. Valskinet? Valskinet. Finds himself besieged by the mighty Rat King and seeks an adventurer's assistance. I will take care of your Rat King. We've got a rat problem, and if nothing's done about it, we shall soon have a supply problem. Oh, supply problem. And a plague problem. Wow. There are no more content in the kitchen than the pot boy is, and I have to run the outpost. They heat off our scraps. Unwanted guests at a meager feast. See if you can have a good look around and rouse up a few to slay. Maybe in a moment, for the duty is ready to commence. Or so I thought. Ready to join. What is the other DPS doing? I'll always get so curious. Holy shit. There we go. What's the difference between data centers? So far, things haven't really been too bad on here. And honestly, I originally joined this server because of streaming. Didn't want to get stuck in full servers and have days where I couldn't stream just because I was waiting on people to leave. This was a brand new server around the time I'd actually started playing. Oh shit, there he is. I was about to summon him again. I didn't see him for a second. Didn't look at his health bar. Come on, peeps. I don't have all the time in the world here. Ah, I understand. So you have your server and then your sub-server. First Spirit, Rodell. Total Rock Expeditions notes, Day 1. Strange lots sighted from just inside the dungeon entrance. Creatures of the forest. Closer inspection reveals them to be man-made machines. Ash Crown. Consortium Technologist Accompanying party believers that to be of old Garlean design, labels them Magitech photo cells, collect for further study. Interesting. Magitech photo cell. I see you. Don't understand what's going down. Ah, I see now. The party chats. Oh, what the shit? This is not even where I need to be. Sorry, peeps. I'm about to really disappoint some people. I just noticed they sent me back to Toto Rock. And this is not where I need to be. And I am on a time schedule. Why the fuck did it send me back here? All I'm doing is pissing these people off. Damn this game. Yeah, I realize that now, Fusion. Did not realize I went back to the random roulette. Honestly, thought I'd picked this. Which now, I'm stuck in here. With a pissed off party. But I'm equally as pissed as this party because I can't even leave here for some reason. God damn it. Fucked up my time. Extra experience, I guess. Oh, yeah, I know. Somebody over here is just... If you can see all this, they're just being really, really, really babyish about this, topping away. But me, I don't care. Normally I care more, but they're just bitching about parties and jobs. God damn it, I want to leave, buddy. Add to the group damage or leave. Why are you doing my job? Honestly, if you're not tanking, you're not doing your job, buddy. What kills me on these games is, at times I know that there's sometimes people who play and they've only played one MMO and they think they know MMOs. It really pissed that tank off. He just left. Maybe he's still sitting back there. But, damn it, get that target. If you haven't noticed though, the way this party's getting pissed is why I try to avoid most parties playing through this, trying to do the live stream. My goal for the live stream isn't really even at all to just get the live stream out there. It's to get the story through the live stream out there. I know a lot of people that will never play this game because of the price, but I know plenty of people that'll watch this playthrough just because it has all the story in it, and they don't have to pay for the game. Let me get Carby out here. I can't worry about Totten's Soul. I'll keep that in mind. Try to keep Totten at bay. I would totally summon E3 if it were possible. Sadly, it docks me down to 27 in here. Summoner's kinda useless in these areas. All I have is a little caster Carby here. And I don't really like caster Carby. Gives me nostalgia feels, like nostalgia, but I like doing my damage. Wish I had Ifrit. I don't like this dungeon. Would much rather be doing the storyline. That looked crazy weird. Hey, I see what you mean, Fusion, but that dude literally was persistent, and you gotta give him that. He sat down in that spot until I changed the summons, and I just didn't do it, and so he quit and left. He stayed true to his word. Just sat in that exact same spot until I switched over. May not be the coolest person in the world. May have a really harsh sense of emotion, I guess you should say, but definitely funny. Persistent and true to their word. Oh yeah, I love video game tantrums though. It has become a new hobby of mine to watch people actually fit some crazy ass tantrums over video games in real life. I was talking about last night how I watched a video of a guy take his keyboard and bash it up against his head and break it. That's pretty intense. Like, people like that should not play video games. They're literally supposed to be a release for fun. To think people actually go as far as to break their gaming equipment goes beyond even me. Well, this shit costs way too much to have to just replace over a simple tantrum. What is up, William? Glad to see you've been around for some cool, crazy shit. And not so cool, crazy shit, too. You've been a couple flukes in the wrong place. Oh, William, if you didn't know, totally defeated Une and Doga. Took forever. It was some of the most devastating shit I've ever went through in my life. I understand completely. Fusion, I don't understand why people rage so hard with it either. I'm the type of person, I will get frustrated, I will. If you watch any of Final Fantasy III playthrough, or certain even parts of 2, you will see that frustration come out. But I'm the type of person to actually set things down and just pick it back up later. Or like I was stating earlier in the stream, sometimes I don't pick it back up. Some games I just leave the controller down where it's at and I will never play it again. It's very rare that happens, but there's some. It's a select few. You know, I'm still curious on how many Krillins there are in this game. I haven't seen the first one. Since I have played, I have not seen the first Lalafell monk named Krillin riding on the Cloud Mount. Where is the Krillin riding, flying in this? Am I gonna have to make this character? goes beyond me, but you can definitely do it. It can definitely be done, and no one has yet. I figured everybody would have right off the bat. Maybe there's just like a hidden Krillin village I have yet to find. Maybe there's a Kami's tower within this game where they all reside. Definitely on a time crunch every time I'll play Fusion. I'm glad you understand though. It's the grinding. Always gotta do work grind in real life along with the game grind. I'll read this. Pass this. Oh, I almost jumped over it. I tried. Son of a bitch. Gotta hate the spider legs. This doesn't go for all tanks, but I have a theory that some tanks run tank on these games for the sheer fact that they want to feel like some brute with brute strength. Maybe that's why that dude got pissed. Maybe he felt like I was taking away his thunder. He didn't want just lightning flashes. He wanted thunder. Speak of the devil. Fusion. Funny you should say that. I've been thinking when Stormblood comes along, making my red mage on a total different server. It's just a thought. I haven't really full-on decided just yet, but I've been tempted to put my red mage on a different server. I'll keep Aether in mind. Aether Data Center. Oh shit. Guess I should have expected that. Take it easy, William. I will definitely be streaming later on. Hopefully you can catch part of that. I also hope if you're at break at work, I hope your work goes well, my friend. Those random Thursdays, we always want them to go quickly. About to have my random Thursday. running through, but this is a bit of a nightmare. Oftentimes, I have noticed that it's not so bad running through these with only 3 people. It may go a little slower, but it definitely cuts down a lot of extra, like, waiting time, wondering where the other character's at. All 3 of us have just stuck together. Took a wrong turn. There we go. It would help if I looked at the map. Oh yeah, things on WoW are really expensive. It's one of the reasons why I quit playing. There's a little part of me that's always gonna love World of Warcraft, but it is definitely an expensive game. You're not kidding me, Fusion. Everything costs on WoW, literally everything, and slowly that game has taken every reason I ever played it away from you, which is the reason I quit. There's no skill tree. You can basically buy a fresh character that's already leveled up right off the bat, so you can start dungeon questing with your buddies. I understand the freedom of that and how cool that is for a new player to just have a completely full leveled up player. But in the world of MMOs, I've always felt that you should earn your character, that anybody can pick up a game and jump in a level 80 on a random dungeon. That's whatever you want to do there, okay? But what gets me, if you don't get that little bit of experience in, you're gonna be like I was at the beginning of this place, running in to a dungeon, pulling all kinds of DPS or aggro, not knowing what a job is or how to play it. For the most part, I understand DPS job system. It's pretty basic, the same as any other DPS. It's not too bad. But there's a lot of people that don't understand that. A lot of fresh new players, and WoW basically just welcomes them with open arms. New players, come on in, piss a bunch of people off with your system. But that's not really the reason I quit. That right there, like I said, I can understand. They're trying to just open the path to new players. That's pretty cool. Even after bashing it, I can say that it is, in a sense, pretty cool. Come on. Get him. with the book then. Do something. Target something. Come on now. There we go. But the biggest thing that got me on WoW was class nukes. For the longest time on the game, I ran a druid. Then the druid got completely nuked. Ran a warrior for a while. Right as soon as I got used to the warrior, I ran DPS warrior, by the way. Nuked it. I just gave up with WoW, and then everything became way too expensive. Not to mention, again, they took away the skill tree. Everything in WoW is so simple now. You follow a very linear path. There will party. Get out of this. Heal! 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 Oh, heal, 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 heal! Son of a bitch. Oh, fuck. Once the other party members started going down, that was all of us. Again, I can see why they do it, but it helps new players come into the game. You can play in dungeon with your buddies, like I said, but it does make things a little bit the tank is a child. It's funny. Party chat. It's the funny shit. The best part about it is I never take part in party chat. I don't really care about it. I probably should at times. It probably pisses some people off that I don't. But what I love about it is they think I don't pay attention to this. I totally do. I like it when they bash my character. Those are the funniest moments. I feel like characters that are bought, that are pre-made basically, preset, ready to be played at a high level, I feel like those players should have to go through an optional tutorial that at least briefly explains job systems. Some parts of this game could actually use a little bit better motion of it. They give you that little annoying green circle. They made it a little bit more interactive, more flashy. More people would pay attention to it. One of the best tutorials I've seen to the date, especially in Final Fantasy, is the beginning tutorial. We need the tank summon. First they bitch about it, then they want it. You got it, Holmes. parties. Gotta love them. But again, I still think Final Fantasy XV had a very awesome, very interactive tutorial. Hopefully we get cool ones like that in the future. The cool thing about the tutorial in 15, it actually gave you key points of the story that you can only get within the tutorial if you try it out. That's where they got you. That's what they need to do for this. What is up, Valentine? Glad you could pop in. I try to do that exact same thing and look at my tips and guides. I try. There's certain times where I fail to do so, though. Got a hilltop. Cotton's doing pretty good over there. We about got it. Now I could be out of this party. Which, this party wasn't bad. The tank was just... The tank wasn't a tank, let's face it. My Titan was a better tank. Yeah! Huzzah! Did a pointless duty. Now I don't have time to do the main scenario. Oh, life. Life is sweet in the belly of the beast. I'll pass it this time. My inventory is full of shit. I don't need that. Most valuable player of this team, per se. Too damn bad for me that I could not get that done. I'll just wrap up a few quests here, try to get a little story into this area, what little I can. And tonight I'll actually have to jump into that dungeon, unfortunately. But hey, at least I'll have the dungeon under the belt then. Maybe then I won't mess up. Snoop's still figuring shit out. I don't care what you have to say, Patrick. Exactly. He can't quit the party either unless I make him go away. That's the real good part. The emotionless edgy. This count. You know, if they didn't have rotting vegetables all over the place, they wouldn't have this rat problem. No. That is not what I want you to do. One more spot. Either Michael Stark here has the same quest going on, or he's just being really cool. Oh yeah, no doubt. That random tank that came to help you was 10 times better than the last guy. You're correct, Fusion. You didn't bitch once either. You're doing my job. Good and well. That's fewer vermin to get at our larder. They remain too numerous, however. There must be a large nest somewhere down below. Kill the king rat, and the common rats will lose heart, something both we and dragons know well. I'll track the rats well as I can, and they look to slip outside as often as not. There must be an opening that leads to the nest, somewhere outside of the stronghold. Let's go find this rat nest. I want to slay the Rat King. Ah, here we go. Rat King isn't going to be too hard at all. Just a pre-warning tonight on the Final Fantasy III playthrough. Before I move any further into the story shit, I'm gonna actually get a little bit of grounding done. But, in saying that, I'm also going to read up on all kinds of shit today. That way there's plenty of cool shit to talk through all throughout the stream. Try to at least do that when I'm stuck on a grind sesh. That way, at least my babbly nonsense has a little bit of intellectual knowledge with it based upon the Final Fantasy games and series for either current times or the future. So I'll try to get some good topics worked in all that today as well. Hopefully when my time starts freeing up, I can start doing a little video editing and I can do separate videos and not have to keep it all for once in gameplay playthroughs and discussion all in the same thing. That's but could be better. Thank you, Talon HJ Gaming. JH Gaming. I'll say that better correctly. Talon JH Gaming. That is really awesome. Thank you for the subscription. I humbly appreciate it. Trying to at least get a little something here for a Final Fantasy community in the Americas. A lot of stuff really goes on everywhere else but the Americas for some reason, and I would really like to unite these areas in some way with Final Fantasy. And, you know, obviously gaming as well, but more primarily Final Fantasy, and every single subscription helps along my way. So, thank you so much for that. It also helps everybody who follows this pretty frequently the chance to get that Cloud plushie they've been wanting ever so much. Oh, another step closer, everyone. Thank you again, Talon JH Gaming. I hope you have an awesome day. That's the end of the king, is it? Well struck. We'll see less of the foul little things, I expect. That said, do they not stay in your fair home city? That rat's abandoned a stinking ship. Perhaps I should more rightly take it to as good omen that the rats deigned to stay in the White Room. What else, Holmes? Let me get this built. Oh shit! I'm level 41. There's other shit I can use right now. I think a new grimoire. Yes, forgot all about it. I don't think I have anything new here I can use. Cowl. Very deceiving. Ooh. Can use this, and it's better. The new belt that we can't see. It doesn't really matter there. All set up. Only got one crystal. Nothing's gonna help me out with the rings. Definitely better right here. 2 intelligence. 4 intelligence. Wow. Where's that been hiding at? Okay, now that I'm optimized, sadly, the time has come, everybody. The time for me to get ready for work. Tonight, again, on Final Fantasy III, just to clear things up, I'm gonna have to start it off with a little grinding. I just beat a boss, and I've noticed after you beat a boss on that game, you rush to another area to soon after fight another boss with very little time to grind in between. So I gotta get some grinding in on there. Again, I'll have great topics for us all to talk about. Again, hopefully in the future, in about a month from now, my total schedule is gonna change. Fair warning to most people, I'll be able to stream longer. On certain days I'm going to a different swing shift, as they call it. I'll get further into detail the closer the time gets to it, because really time is... I don't really know when it's going to affect, neither does my job, unfortunately. But nonetheless, things will get better. I will have more time for video editing, I'll have more time for streaming, more time for everything here, which I'm super stoked about. But again, I gotta get out of here. Thanks again, Talon JH Gaming. I hope you have an awesome day. Thanks for the subscription, Fusion. Thanks for all those cool tips. Hopefully when Stormblood comes around, maybe we can game together in the future. Valentine, always glad to see you stop in. William, same to you. I hope that your job is going well, my friend. Hopefully you're not having a crummy day, though it's work, and I'm sorry that you're there. Kumi, Masuna, Mosunda? I don't want to say that wrong. Sorry if I did. Thank you as well for the comment and stopping in, along with Various Tuber. I hope you all have a great day. Those comments actually help out a little bit more than you know. I pay attention to the analytics probably a little bit more than I should, but I hope you all have a tremendous day. Very tremendous day. Nonetheless, I'm out of here, everybody. Take it easy. Have a good one. And Lambs. Sorry I'm super late. I just now saw that. Luckily I did not jump out of here. Definitely considerable. Definitely. Y'all take it easy, guys.